How to sort images by their aspect ratio in ComfyUI. This is the problem I was trying to solve, dealing with multiple images which were horizontal or vertical, and I wanted to be able to pick the correct image and then do the depth image calculation and do it automatically through endless amount of images. There are multiple ways of doing it. In this video, I'll show a particular one, and in the next video, I'll be showing a different one. They all talk about a Boolean switch operation, which for me as an artist is a bit of a new concept, and it took me some time to figure this out. But let me talk about this whole network. This is the aspect ratio sorting, and then I have the depth reading and control net application, and then creating the image. This stuff I talked about in my previous videos. I will give a link in the description to a previous video. In this case, I only want to focus on this simple Boolean switch. We start with the load image page from both node suite. In this case, I am pointing at a particular location, and every time I click run, it will load up the next image because the mode here is set to incremental image. In this case, I only have 3 images because it allows me to cycle through them a bit faster. Then we have 2 operations running concurrently. I will talk about this bottom one. This is a very important image aspect ratio identifier, also from the was node suite commands. Our image goes from the folder, from load image page folder to image aspect ratio, and here, if this image is horizontal, it will give number 1. If this image is vertical, it will give a 0. So it is a binary system. It is what's called a Boolean switch, on or off, A or B, and then I have to feed this particular Boolean value into this if-else node. It pipes the value from this node down to the switch. I cannot, unfortunately, just drag it through. For some reason, I have to run through it through this if-else node. God knows why. It fits into this image input switch. If it's 1, it pick image A, meaning this is horizontal landscape image. If it's vertical, it's 0. It will be picking up the image B. This thing doesn't use any AI models. This is a very simple switch. In a way, you can even run a certain algorithm. For example, if you want to run through thousands of folders and you want to save the landscape ones in one folder and vertical ones in a different folder, you can do this operation. This doesn't work if you deal with perfect squares, because it didn't have any square images in this folder, and I didn't want to build a redundant mechanism to deal with squares. I don't have them. My second group, this is image resize. I'm resizing the images that are coming in for 2 variants. I'm resizing them to fit in dimensions, these good dimensions for Flux or SDXL, and also I'm forcefully resizing this image to be vertical image. So now I have 2 images ready at correct resolution, and I just need this switch here to figure out, was the original image a horizontal one or vertical? And if the switch says it is horizontal, it pick this image. But if the switch is saying, oh no, this guy is vertical, it will pick this image. But I pre-resize them and feed them all into the image input switch. Then I have this preview. I want to check that I'm getting a correct aspect ratio and correct size. Later in the next video, I will show how to build a numerical switch, because we don't want to hold the images in memory. I don't want to resize them and hold them in memory, because that takes a few milliseconds. We can have a numerical switch. It doesn't have to be actual images. However, I feel like this logic, when explained in image resizing, is a lot easier to understand if I just will plug some numbers for resizing and it will switch the numbers. I hope it is useful. This is how we sort the images. It is part of a bigger tutorial with a lot of videos, both for SDXL and Flux. This is where we take these images and run them through different prompt lists, through sorting, through styling, and get a lot of ideas out automatically. If you have a beefier computer, then Flux will be a better option. We can get much higher quality stuff. Otherwise, I will be posting videos how to do it on my channel. But if you want to save your time, this stuff has basically $1,000 of value, which I give away for nothing. So you can join on Patreon and download it ahead of time and watch the videos there and educate yourself. Thank you for watching, and let's catch up in the next video.